Hello, 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 hello. I'm not feeling good today. I'm not feeling well today. So I've got my cozy Christmas cocoa. I've got my reading glass on. I'm all cuddly and snuggly, and we're gonna play a game that is very comforting to me, which is to say a rage bait puzzle game.
Incest is the best. Put your brother to the test.
Never mind, I'm ending stream. Anyway. Historical stream speedrun. Alright, let's get this game rolling.
Going to lurk. Hope you do feel better today, _Sable tired, _Sable sip.
Thank you. I hope to get better soon. Guys ready to schlock some homes? BGM is still on? Ugh. 1 second. So when I alt-tab out of this game, because there's no way to play it windowed, it shuts the game down, so when I have to adjust things, I actually have to shut the whole thing down. You know what I need? I need my Sherlock hat. I know I've got one of those. Hold on. No, that's my Ava horns. No, that's my couch. There we go. It's not very holiday spirit, though, is it? No, let's get rid of that. That's stupid. That's dumb. Why did you guys let me do that? I'm straight up jacking it, and by it, I mean my Rippa. Looking dandy, boss. Thank you. That's some very hot cocoa, boss. That's a very hot coffee pot. We love we love Eminem. All right. This is gonna be a pain to get back into. I don't remember where we left off. Now, I don't think we're gonna be able to finish this game today. I want to finish it though, so I'm trying to will that into existence here. I'm just going to pull up the game guide real quick to see how many chapters are left. I know that we should be on chapter 6. Let me just open this in a new tab real quick. Real Slim Shady. Yeah. Wait, no, that isn't what I wanted. Nah, I give up. I'm not gonna check. This is too hard to look at. Okay. Baker Street. Alright. Right, so last we left off, we had to go to the guy who was selling advanced cat food.
You can make murder investigations in season if you put some effort into it.
It's always the season for murder investigations. Boss looking comfy over there. Yeah. I've forcibly cozyfied myself in an attempt to try and speed up the healing process. Hi, boss. Hi, Corm. Just trying to find where we are. Okay, so we went to the police station last time. No, we went to the journalist office. We did some puzzles. Went to the police station. We found out that Jack the Ripper was a homosexual rapist. We looked at footprints outside the bed. We found another guy who has jars full of organs. Fletcher Butcher Shop. The large prostitute. There we go. Now we are. Right here. Looking for Fletcher's key. Cat meat house. Cat meat sign. Okay, we gotta go to the cat meat house. Whatever that is. Okay. They did find Jack the Ripper through DNA evidence. Okay, here's the thing about the DNA evidence of the recently found Jack the Ripper. It isn't recent DNA. They've had it for a long time. It just was obfuscated.
I have no reason to go that way.
Shut up. It was just obfuscated because they didn't want the guy to get in trouble because of his, You know, I think this isn't the time nor the place. You know, I shouldn't probably get myself canceled so early on in stream. It's always these Jack the Ripper streams where I say my most controversial takes. Ooh, alright. This definitely looks like a house where cat meat would be made. Spooky. Fun fact, I found out both you and Fangsie hate Disney with a passion. I hate Disney with a passion. For a multitude. Oh, it's got a little heart on it. That's so cute.
This key was left inadvertently. Indeed, there is nothing terribly precious inside. But what a stench.
I don't know. One man's trash is another man's treasure. Disney has destroyed many beloved properties, but more than its destruction of beloved properties, I hate Disney for its real-world consequences, so to speak. The destruction of the industry as a whole in regards to modern entertainment. Very dire. Where's J-Schlatt?
Tell me, is it...
What are you looking for? Chicks? Opium? A girl? Sailor?
I'm looking for J-Schlatt.
I have no reason to go that way. I have no reason to go that way. I have no reason to go that way.
Okay, Watson, you wet blanket. Game is a little loud, by the way. Superhero fatigue from Marvel. Oh, I despise any and all Marvel. Game's
Have
a
you
little loud.
found everything I need to remake the key?
Yeah, I can boost my audio. Here, this should be a little bit more noisy. Schlatt on every street but this one. Okay, items. Now you have a key and basic key. Go to Hardiman, talk to him, and use the key to give the 2 keys to him. No. Okay, no, there's one more piece that I need to get. I have to go back to the cat meat shop. Did I just get soft locked? Can I not go back inside? Ah! Oh, wait. Oh. Okay. I was gonna complain about how suboptimal this game is.
Oh, no. But what a... Oh, how dreadful.
Oh no! Meat on skewers! This is very typical British food. Is this not what they, Is this not The shawarma.
My word, these are innards.
Pussy.
Kebabs, the same as Hardiman's. So he prepares his meat here.
Okay, they're kebabs. Sorry. I'm not...
This bag contains butcher's equipment.
You're so judgmental. You know, maybe he's not a butcher. Maybe he just likes collecting
I
knives.
found it.
He's such a judgmental priss. You see, Watson, this is why Sherlock is always making fun of you. Am I peeking? Oh. Okay. This should be better. Hold on. Hold on, dearie. You're mad peeking. Okay, I'll turn the game down a little bit. Thought that was on purpose. No, I wouldn't ever do that on purpose. I was trying to adjust volumes and I screwed up somewhere. Alright, is this better? Is this more balanced? Meat boy!
Have you found everything I need to remake the key?
Have you found everything? Yes.
There you go. I think you'll manage with all of this. I'm sure I will, sir.
Take my
It
key
won't
ingredients,
take me
key
long.
man.
Say, I think there's some of your business upstairs. Oh, you're right. I ain't had the time to sort it out. Sometimes I'm in such a hurry to prepare my meat that I forget to clean up. But why do it in the stairwell? Offal bleeds bucket loads, they do, as you've seen. Now, why would I do that in my own lodgings?
Makes sense.
Of course. But what about your poor neighbours? They owe it to me, all the times I've helped them out. And I don't have a shop either.
Pig's heads.
Say, you sell animal meat, isn't that right? Would you know where I could find a dozen small pig's heads? The guy who gets me my offal should have some. I'll pay your day's wages if you meet me at Fletcher's butcher shop in 2 hours with the pig's heads. Here's a little advance. I'll do my best, Doctor.
Man, I hear the word awful and I remember Butcher's Vanity. What a great song. What a hard song to sing. That song is... I cannot pronounce Chinese to save my life. Whenever I try to sing that song, it's a nightmare. I actually have to write out the Chinese phonetically in Imperial Standard first, so that I can sing it as if I was singing it in English and pronounce it properly, and even then I'm probably sure I have a terrible accent. To any Chinese enjoyers watching Katya Sable Variance Project on a VPN, I dutifully apologize for butchering your language.
The caretaker of another building told us that the place where your mother lives has a reputation for facilitating prostitutes' activities. Is that true? Sure, the doors are never closed. They come through here like it's Paddington Station. By the way, I heard about your loss. My condolences. Ta, sir. I saw them die slow deaths. My little girl, her face was eaten by the disease. Thank you, my friend, and please forgive me for bringing up such painful memories. Go, I must do my rounds, and I will look for what you've asked for. As for me, I will go and find Holmes, and we will go to the butcher's together. Let's return to Fletcher's butcher shop. Your heads are on the block inside. Say, you wouldn't be the same chap who bought my whole load the other day.
It's possible, but if you want to continue to do business together, you mustn't speak of my presence in the area to anyone.
Don't worry, my lord. I'll be as quiet as a church mouse.
I control Sherlock Holmes. I control the speed at which the fish die. Alright. We're now Holmes again. Alright. Whoa! Watson, please. Have some decency. We're in public.
Holmes, will you explain the reason and rhyme behind this masquerade?
Elementary. We shall conduct an experiment that will allow us to answer a simple question. Does the type of weapon used by the killer correspond to a specific profession?
Looks like 4 pigs' heads to me, not 10. Yo, the guy cheaped out on us.
And here are our sow's heads. Congratulations, Watson.
You're welcome, Holmes, but what do you really want to do? Take up a collection?
Congratulations, Watson. Shouldn't you be saying thank you, Watson? Congratulations, Watson. You were stupid enough to get me pig heads. Interesting.
There is nothing further to find in this room, Watson. However, I need some knives. Our only hope is behind this door.
Oh. Interesting. They textured the gore. And they've got ambient fly noise. That's so fascinating.
There is nothing further to find in this room, Watson. However, I need some knives. Our only hope...
Bro, I'm trying to get through the door. Oh.
There is nothing further to find in this...
Shut up, Sherlock! What do you mean you need to go beyond the door? Like, I'm trying. The door is a sliding door, but the door does not slide open when you click it. Okay.
There, this door is slightly raised. There is nothing further to find.
Okay, shut up. Can I do anything? Out of the way, Watson! Okay, follow me. Follow me. Over here. Here, puppy. There we go. Now stay out of my way. Oh my... Oh my goodness gracious, Watson. Whatever are you doing here? We'll select pocket knife, left wheel to remove it. Oh, okay. Just put the pocket knife away with click your hand, the meat hook. I'm so confused. Okay, so... Do I meat hook this, or...? Watson! Watson, I need help! I'm not coordinated. I'm a gentleman. This is not in my wheelhouse. Why do I always step forward when I double click? Okay, look up, top. Okay, it's like pocket knife, wheel to remove. Okay, we've hooked it up. Oh, we gotta put the wheel on the bottom of the door. Okay, that's convoluted and kind of dumb.
Elementary. While I prepare our experiment, could you find me 2 knives? A small one, somewhat larger than a pocket knife, with a large, sharp blade. We'll need it to separate the bones and to cut through the thick skins. Then find me a long knife that's at least 13 inches long, no shorter, that's sharp and has a thick blade.
Yes, boss.
Fine, Holmes, but I'd like to tell you about Hardiman. Do you know that he prepares his kebabs himself, and...
That he owns butcher's tools and uses offal? That's obvious, Watson. Pray, take my magnifying glass and my rule and get started, Watson. Find me these 2 knives.
Sherlock, the guy who sells meat, he uses meat in the production of making meat. Watson, you're a dumbass. Okay. Okay, we need a 13-inch long knife. Can I just collect them all?
No, Holmes only needs 2 knives.
Oh.
With the rule, I must find a large knife.
Oh, yeah, no.
Thanks to the magnifying glass, I can find a...
Okay, okay. Small, sharp blade. Somewhat larger with a pocket knife than a pocket knife. What did I put in my inventory? No, we need something larger than a pocket knife. Can I get rid of this?
No, Holmes only needs 2 knives.
Oh.
Here are your knives, Holmes.
No, Watson.
Okay, well, how do I discard them?
No, Holmes only...
No, I know that! I know that! Oh my god. Can I not get rid of the knife? How do I discard? Okay, there we go. Let me grab this one. Okay, is that good? Holmes.
Here are your knives, Holmes.
No, Watson.
Sherlock Holmes is too busy to get those very specific knives himself. I mean, hey, the guy's on his grind, his Sigma grind set. I could hardly fault him. Just gotta figure out how to put this back. I was able to do it at once. Okay, no, I've got my 13-inch knife. Slightly bigger than a pocket knife.
No, Holmes only...
Oh, shut up!
No, Holmes only needs...
Yeah.
No, Holmes only
Please
needs...
Shut up.
No, Holmes only needs 2 knives.
I know.
Fragments of cartilage. Large size. Fragments of cartilage. Fragments of cartilage.
Large size. Guess. Okay, maybe it wasn't the large knife.
Large size. Fragments of cartilage.
Alright, maybe it's that one. Maybe I'm stupid.
Here are your knives,
Here
Holmes.
are your knives.
No, Watson.
Ah! Fragments of cartilage. Why let the awful go to waste? Is love that guides my cleaver with such tenderness.
Here are your knives, Holmes.
No, Watson.
No, Watson, not tonight. That's crazy. So it's... Okay, so it's letting me dispose of that one knife. But not of the pocket knife. Oh, well, there we go.
Fragments of cartilage.
Maybe it's this one. You know, Holmes, it would be useful if you would go, hey, so it's not that one in particular,
Here are your knives, Holmes.
No, Watson.
It would be nice to know if I got at least one of them right. You know what? Fuck this. No way. So I have selected... Okay. Apparently this game is garbage. Hold on. That's what I'm supposed to do. Can you not squeak so much? That hurts my beautiful ears.
Size, 13 inches. Size, 11 inches.
Okay, so I need to grab knife 8 and knife 2. Which I'm positive I grabbed before. But apparently you need to measure it first.
Here are the knives you asked for. Be careful, they're awfully sharp. Holmes, I must say that this experiment is making me rather uneasy, comparing animal heads to these poor women.
You're right, Watson, but this somewhat shocking experiment may help to end this massacre and save other victims, you can be sure of that. Look, these pigs' heads are still bloody, which will suit our experiment perfectly. I have a pocket knife and a scalpel with me. With the 2 knives you just brought me, we have a similar array of weapons as those probably used by the killer. We saw 3 types of throat wounds on the deceased attributed to this man, those intended to slit the throat, those intended to decapitate, and the more superficial yet mortal wound that led to the death of the unfortunate victim in Dutfield's yard, Miss Stride. With the help of these 4 knives, we are going to try to recreate these wounds on the pigs' heads and see what we can establish about the weapon or weapons used. We may also be able to rule out Miss Stride as a victim of the killer of the other 3.
So basically he wants to LARP serial killer. Okay, I get you. I get you, Sherlock. I get it. I get it. Interesting. Okay. You see 3 pig heads. There's a label above each pig's head. Left pig is for experiment 1, middle 2, right 3. There's 4 knives under each pig's head. At the bottom of the screen, you'll see a selection box, and next to a box you will see with 4 knives. Holmes wants to find out what kind of knife the killer used to cut the victim's throats, and what knife the killer used to cut the whole head, and what kind of knife was used to infuse the superficial stab wounds. Ultimately, Holmes wants to choose the correct knife from the 4 knives, which with the murder did his butcher's work. Experiment 1, the knife which to cut the throat. Okay.
Let's try to use these weapons on this head to obtain a large deep wound to the throat, like those that were noted on 3 of the 4 victims.
There's a powerful old song that could help her out, called Sana Sana Colita Dirana. Jack was truly based, a true tread. Jack was every inch a sailor, 25 years a whaler. Jack was every inch a sailor, was born upon the deep blue sea. Alright, let's go. Let's see. How do I... Oh! I'm not sure what I'm trying to accomplish here.
Look, Watson, this knife.
Easily penetrates the flesh. Ah, wah, 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 wah. I'm Sherlock Holmes.
This little knife is very sharp and has a very wide blade. This pocket knife is very sharp, but its blade is too thin.
It's too thin. I don't think I could have done it. Let's see this scrapnel. Aw, that's way too thin.
The wound is too shallow.
Alright, so...
Elementary.
Okay. Okay. Okay, now I can close.
Let's try to decapitate our victim with these tools, knowing that the killer didn't quite manage to do it.
Charming.
Okay, that sounds like a fun time. Die, die, pig, die, 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 die.
Look, Watson, this little knife with a wide base can easily slice the vertebrae of our porcine friend.
Porcine. Porcine. Okay. Die, 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 die.
The blade of this pocket knife is too thin to reach the vertebrae.
Okay. Die, 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 die.
With a scalpel, the wound is too shallow. This knife with a long blade easily slices the flesh, but cannot dislocate the vertebrae.
Okay.
Good evening, how close are we to fully Sherlocking the Holmes and
Elementary.
also jacking the Ripper? Speaking select emoji, fire emoji, fire emoji.
I mean, I feel like we're pretty close to jacking our Ripper.
Let's see if these knives can inflict a mortal wound in a situation where a single quick blow is given. The scenario in question is that of Dutfield's yard.
I'm glad. Okay. I ran out of pig heads. Get over here, Watson. Watson, get over here. I need to experiment more. I need to find out what killed these women. Don't worry, this will hurt.
Look, Watson, the blade sinks easily into the flesh. In using the cutting edge of this pocket knife's blade, I can scrape the skin. This particularly sharp blade can make a deep gash with one quick slice.
Die! Die!
It cuts through the flesh easily as the blade is so sharp.
I'm not sure what the point of this experiment was.
Elementary.
Okay. Select the right knife or knives. Probably the top and the bottom.
That's it, Watson, the big knife. With respect to the opinion of the medical examiners who noted that a butcher's knife with a long blade would have caused the eviscerations on some of the victims, we can assume, Watson, that he only used this type of weapon as it is capable of inflicting all of the wounds displayed. Furthermore, the Dutfield's Yard murder remains attributable, for the moment, to the Whitechapel killer, if we are able to explain why the murderer used his knife in a different manner. Why not go there now? We will try to reenact the killer's actions that night.
Yo, we're
Our
going on.
first objective will
a
be to
killing spree?
clarify, one way or another, the statements of Constable Smith, as well as this Hungarian by the name of Schwartz. We must also try to find out more about the International Working Men's Educational Club, underneath which the murder took place, perhaps at the Wasp's Nest.
Yes, let's go to Dutfield's Yard or wherever, but quickly. I am in urgent need of fresh air.
So what happened to the other 6
Let's
pig
go
heads
to the
that we
Wasp's
forced?
Nest.
What happened to the 4 pig's heads that we forced Watson to get for us? I mean, the 6, because we made him buy 10 of them. We made him procure 10 pig's heads, and we only used, well, 3 of them. I feel like that was a bit overkill, huh? Poor Watson. Hungarian spits. That was that was just a troll, Watson. Holmes munches on them in his free time. We save those for the other murder mysteries later. Sherlock uses them for recreation. Okay, okay, buddy. I wonder where they got this texture. Is that a photo texture or an art texture? I feel like that's an art texture. Alright, to the wasp nest! To the pub! No. No, what? Excuse me. Here we go, I want the map. Where is the wasp nest? There we go. My stomach.
Don't forget the Bluto may still be hiding here. I will try to find out more inside. You, Watson, must intercept the policeman on his rounds. Given the hour and a bit of luck, it will be Smith. Try to get some information from him.
Understood, Holmes.
Understood. Hey, you're the guy that's writing all the phony stuff.
Hello.
I know you. You're Squibby's guardian angel. You weren't dressed the same last time, but I don't forget a face. No hard feelings, huh? Join me in a glass?
Oh, that's a trustworthy guy. That look at him. Would he lie to you?
Your Jack the Ripper is on everyone's lips and written in all of the papers. You must be awfully proud of yourself. You have skill, that's for certain. It's a shame you use it to mask rather than discover the truth.
You better believe that I'm going to find out who it is. I got a hold of old Schwartz's interpreter. You know, the Hungarian who saw Liz Stride get it.
Hungarian.
Doesn't speak a word of English. And when he went round to the station, another Jew went along to interpret. I found that bloke, and he repeated everything that had been said at the station. It won't be long before I find these fellows.
The most ethical journalist. So, tell me more about the Hungarian and the Jew that you speak of.
Why do you say these fellows? Were there several of them?
Do you not read the papers, or what? Well, given the rubbish that you read sometimes, let me explain. At 12:45 a.m., Schwartz goes down Burner Street towards Fairclough, on the side of the road where the Workers' Club is. A bit further from there, just near Dutfield Yard's wooden doors, a chap and a lady are arguing. The Star said that the bloke wanted to push the girl into Dutfield's yard, but the translator told me that Schwartz saw him pulling her towards the road. She doesn't want to follow. He grabs her by the shoulders and throws her to the ground. She falls. Falls a bit, but not too loudly. Old Schwartz is scared, crosses to the other side, but continues in the same direction. The bloke with the girl notices him and yells, "Lipsky!" At the same time, another bloke at the corner of Fairclough and Burner who was lighting his pipe gets in on the action. He starts coming towards Schwartz in a menacing way, and Schwartz takes to his heels, doesn't see anything else. Once he finds out that a woman got herself killed, he went to testify and identified Long Liz Stride as the woman he saw getting thrown about. So there were definitely two blokes, mate. But why am I telling you all this?
In vino veritas.
So, to summarize what he just said, one fine day in the middle of the night, two young boys got up to fight. Back to back, they faced each other, drew their swords, and shot each other. Sorry. So, a Hungarian and a Jew, I'm assuming, in the middle of the night were fighting over a prostitute, and one of them killed the prostitute on the street. One of them couldn't speak English, so the other was translating what happened, but there's a weird translation going on.
I'll take my leave then, Mr. Bulling.
That's right. Till next time.
Hi, Katya. Oh, hi, Barney. Having a little bit of a sick day today. But I already took 2 sick days in a row, so I'm just gonna play this sick. Because I'm a sicko.
No, I can't do that.
But I want to see my boy Bluto. I mean, like, he might murder me, but, you know, Hello, wench. You look like you've slept as much as I have.
If you're looking for some company, Gov, you've come to the wrong place. Me, I'm just here to paw. I don't care who you is, I knows nothing, and I don't care neither.
This guy looks like he would be into crypto. But, like, not as not as a guy who runs the scheme, but as a guy who falls for the scheme. This is the guy that insists the meme coins that he's invested in are gonna go to the moon, and then he loses it all.
A draft, my good man.
Here, sir.
Tell me, was it not a mere stone's throw away from here that the Whitechapel killer struck last week?
That'd be Jack the Ripper, that's his name. Slit the throat of a working girl in a small courtyard over there behind them big wooden doors.
Below the Workers' Club?
The very spot, below Lipsky and Co. I wouldn't be surprised if Jack was one of them, if you catch my drift.
Lipsky!
Lipsky and Company. Do you mean to say that someone called Lipsky runs this club?
Nah, it's just that it's full of Jews. In Whitechapel, we call them all Lipskys, like that Lipsky who killed that girl in Batty Street last year.
Oh, really?
Last year, a Jew named Israel Lipsky killed a lass who was 6 months pregnant by making her drink acid. One trial and one protest by rabbis later, and he was hanging. By those who don't much like him, the Jews are called Lipskys.
Is the term Lipskys used to refer to the Jews in the area, and is this club frequented by Jews?
You got it. Socialist Jews even. They spend their evenings hollering, singing. I've seen them spitting on the bosses.
Chat, I learned a new slur today. I learned it after I said it like 4 times already. Okay.
Oh hey /Paul/lol.
And you know the victim?
No more her than any other. The working girls don't drum up business too much in this street. They need a reason to end up here.
Alright, 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 alright. Get out of here.
Well, goodbye.
Cheers.
Yeah, cheers. I thought...
First and foremost, I must find PC Smith.
Politically correct Smith. Murder and mutilation of a female. I thought that word was supposed to be a last name. They were treating it like a last name, so I thought it was, but I guess it's a slur. It's a Jewish slur. Merry Christmas, everybody. We're learning new vernacular. It's also a last name. Oh, thank God. I could see my career flashing before my eyes. All right. What am I supposed to be doing? Small courtyard over behind the big wooden doors. Below the workers' club. Okay, so we have to go to the brothel? Pet shop, cobbler shop. Brothel.
First and foremost, I must find PC Smith.
Oh crap, I forget how to navigate. No, I want to go back to... This is the one time I want to be back in first person. There we go.
Out of the way, I don't like the look of you.
I don't like the look of you.
First and foremost, I must find PC Smith.
An umbrella stick salesman. That's definitely a profession. Okay, well... Okay, where am I supposed to find PC Smith? Oh, I'm stupid. It was right outside the wasp nest. Back here.
First and foremost, I must find PC Smith.
Hey, PC Smith.
Good evening, Constable.
Good evening, sir.
I am Dr. Watson. Would you happen to be PC Smith, the man who patrols this beat?
That's me. And you work with the famous Sherlock Holmes, don't you? What can I do for you?
Yes, it is I, Schlock. Give me the time of death, my good man.
I believe you were on duty the night when the murder took place here. You would certainly be able to confirm a few details, such as the time of death that the medical examiner gave.
It's just that I wasn't there when the body was discovered. I don't think I can help you.
Me? Okay.
But I was told that you had seen the victim that very night.
Indeed. But it was before the murder. I saw her, not far from here. She was talking to a man. It was around 12:30 or 12:35 a.m.
A man?
What did this man look like?
I only saw him from behind, really. He was wearing a short black outfit, a small felt hat like a cap in a dark colour, and a white collar. He seemed to be a respectable type. He was carrying a packet in his hand wrapped in newspaper, about 18 inches long and about 6 inches wide.
His outfit reminds me of someone that I know. Was he a large man, on the older side?
I don't think so, no. Even though I only saw him from behind, I would say that he was barely 30 years old, or even less. Say 28, or even less. 26 years old, and 5 foot 8 inches tall at the very most. He had a small dark brown moustache and an olive complexion, I would say, but once again, I only caught a brief glimpse of his face in three-quarter profile.
So we're looking for a brown, well, not even brown skin, but like a lighter, warmer toned gentleman, manlet. Okay.
Nobody else saw this man?
I discussed this previously with Mr. Eagle, the president of the Workers' Club. That night he returned around 12:40 a.m. to the club. He used the passage through Dutfield's yard to get into the club because the main door was locked. He can attest that he didn't see anyone else in the passage at that time, but wasn't really paying attention to who else might have been in Burner Street itself. He was listening to the song coming from the club. In short, no one else saw him.
Well, thank you for having satisfied my curiosity, my friend.
A fine evening to you, Doctor.
Well, Watson, let's go to Dutfield's yard.
Okay. Let's see. After conversation, your homes again is now outside. Walk down the Burner Street to the International Men's Club. Just before the club, there's a fence. Reach Dutfield's yard. Alright. Don't look at me like that, Watson. You make me so uncomfortable, man.
Dutfield's yard.
Sack manufacturer.
Typical police sitting on essential evidence doing literally nothing with it.
Many such cases. That's why we're here.
Your interrogation of PC Smith has proven to be very shrewd and of great interest. Thanks to the information I've managed to gather and that you were able to read in my notes in Baker Street, Watson, we can recreate what happened that fateful night at this location, Dutfield's Yards to be precise, the site of Liz Stride's murder.
All right. Israel Swartz changes sidewalks. The attacker sees him and cries, Lipsky. Okay, so the man sees a Jewish gentleman and yells. It's probably closer to the beginning of the timeline. Probably the end of the timeline.
Midnight, the Socialist Club meeting ends. The members, mainly Jewish men, gradually begin to leave the club in little groups or alone.
Now, Lipsky makes more sense at the end. The American goes out for air.
12:20 a.m. The American leaves the Socialists Club for some fresh air. The street is deserted.
Field witnesses the attack on Liz Stride. Okay, this happens before the attack. This has to happen sometime around here.
12:30 to 12:35 a.m. Smith notices Liz Stride talking to the man with the package.
By the way, thanks for the new slur.
It wasn't me, it was the game! I do not endorse saying slurs against anybody unless they deserve it. Like nasty gills or nacodites. I don't know, I feel like if we came up with a good one for Fido, I feel like the Zeitonites deserve a good old-fashioned slur.
12:40 a.m. Eagle, the president of the club, enters the workers' club via the passageway through Dutfield's yard.
Now you
He
have to
passed
worry
through
about
Dutfield's yard.
your least favorite group of
If
people.
Liz
the
Stride
Clippers.
had already
Ugh.
been killed, he would have had to walk over her. The murder, therefore, had not yet happened.
Okay. I like the little silhouettes. They're very silly.
Read you loud and clear, knife ear.
I'm not sure if I like the implication there. Okay, what about Lipsky? The name, not the term. Where does this go?
12:44 a.m. Schwartz crosses to the other side of the road. The attacker sees him and yells, Lipsky. The attacker must have shouted to his accomplice at the end of the road, Lipsky, indicating at Schwartz using his head in an attempt to scare off this undesirable.
Now.
12:45 a.m. Schwartz runs away,
Schwartz!
followed for a short distance by this man.
Schwartz. Very German or Austrian. Germanic. Schwartz. We got the V in there. The CHW's got the V. Schv. Schwartz. Schwartz. That's a fun name. Mr. Cart.
1 a.m. Mr. Diemschutz wants to enter with his cart, but the pony refuses. We know that the murder took place between 12:45 and 1 a.m. Mr. Diemschutz, therefore, must have disturbed the killer.
Schwartz means black in German. Oh, so Schwarzkopf, the watch manufacturer, means black something. Interesting. Where does this guy go?
12:43 a.m. Israel Schwartz passes by Dutfield's yard and witnesses the attack on Liz Stride. Let's place Liz Stride's murder on the timeline, Watson.
Well, clearly it's like here. No?
12:45 to 1 a.m. The murder of Liz Stride.
That doesn't
It
seem
took
right.
place in this very spot, as the traces of blood were very confined. We will come back to this point in a few moments to elaborate on what could have happened. Well, we are still missing certain information in order to finish this investigation, Watson.
Hey, Watson, I have a knife. I have a pocket knife, Watson. Stab, 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 stab. Oh,
Watson, imagine the victim laid down there on the ground.
you're a little too excited to do that.
Her knees and dress, they are clean.
Okay.
Her right hand, it is bloody, as is her wrist.
Interesting.
The throat, there is but one clean cut, slightly slanted downwards. The throat, there is.
No, we got it.
The ground is muddy. Her left hand, it is closed around a bag of pastils.
There's no way that's it.
Her knees and dress.
Oh, might actually be okay. Okay. The carotid artery wasn't slit. So she didn't bleed that much, but she did bleed. The bloody right hand and wrist. The victim had her hand cut. No, that doesn't say anything. Hand on her throat. Oh, there we go. Wound on the neck is clean. Ground is dirty. Okay. Victim was careful. Didn't struggle on the ground. Didn't struggle on the ground. So she was dead before she fell over. Had her back to the killer. The murderer were laying down at the moment of the mortal blow. Okay. Right and slightly oblique and descending. Blow is given with the right hand. Murderer is strong, the murderer is weak, the murderer is a lumberjack. What does that have to do with anything? I'm a lumberjack and I'm okay. Sleep all night and I work all day. I wear high heels, I sit and jump. I go to the lavatory. And Wednesdays I go shopping. I've bought her scones for tea. He's a lumberjack and he's okay. Murderer struck a blow from his height, from below, or from above? From his height. Killer is right-handed. Where did I go wrong? How's the climate in Chiron? Chiron climate is alright right now. A little chilly, a little cold. You're standing.
We have two possibilities. The first is that Liz Stride's killer and the attacker, seen by Schwartz, were one and the same man. The second is that Liz Stride meets a client. After some discussion, they head towards Dutfield's yard to do their business. As soon as they arrive, the attacker appears while his accomplice keeps watch. Schwartz's arrival dissuades the two men from lingering. They leave the
So
area
Jack
and
the
leave
killer
Liz
is two
Stride in a
people?
tense state, but glad to have kept her client. He will be her murderer. Both hypotheses are possible, but an incongruous detail will serve to corroborate one of them. An incongruous detail that we were able to establish regarding the Hanbury Street murder. Which one would that be, Watson? Look at the victim carefully, Watson, and tell me the link between the murder of Liz Stride and those of Nichols and Chapman.
The neck?
No, that's not it.
Clothes?
No,
The bag of pastels, Holmes.
the bag of pastels. Indeed, Watson. If this woman had to defend herself against an attacker, why would she have held onto this bag in her hand? It didn't fall because this woman's hand tensed at the moment when she fell to the ground. Therefore, Watson, we know the killer distracted his victim's attention by making them take something out of their pockets. Why didn't he slit her throat like the others? He must have feared a struggle with this strong-willed woman. Why didn't he eviscerate her? Because Louis Diemschutz arrived.
Do you think the Whitechapel killer is behind this murder, Holmes?
Yes, and now this murder has been linked to its rightful perpetrator, it will take on deeper meaning when we have examined the facts from that night. Let's go to Mitre Square, where Catherine Eddowes was killed. And make haste, Watson, as we have another murder to commit in 40 minutes.
Wait, what do you mean we have another murder to commit?
Here
in
we
40
are,
minutes?
Watson, Mitre Square. It took us a mere 20 minutes to get here. If the killer left Dutfield's yard around 1 o'clock, as we assume, he would have arrived here at around 1:20 a.m. We know that Catherine Eddowes' body was discovered at 1:44 a.m. Catherine was released from prison around 1 o'clock, but we have no information as to what she could have been doing until her death.
Probably sex.
This place has 3 possible ways out. Let's see where they lead. As a precaution, I brought an old map of the area with me. It will help us get our bearings.
Let's hurry, Holmes. This neighborhood makes me ill at ease.
You're so classist. Okay, we've got a synagogue. Okay, so they're... Okay. We got Mitre Square. We got Mitre Street. We got St. James Passage and the Imperial Club. And we are in front of the synagogue. Church Passage. The knife was covering it. It looked like Chud Passage, and I was about to cackle. I wish I'd been a girly, just like my dear mama. He's a lumberjack and he's okay. He sleeps all night and he works all day. Monty Python is a treasure. I like Monty Python. It's dark and difficult, so orient yourself with the map. They stand in front of the house at the border of the left side of the square. Oh, this is going to be complicated. We're going to get so lost. You control Sherlock Holmes. Yes, I see this. Okay. So in front of the barrels. We want to go this way.
This is Mitre Street, from where Watkins, the constable who found the body, came. I have no reason to go that way.
Fine, okay. Pansy. Alright, let's focus.
Church Passage. It must be opposite the Imperial Club at 16 to 17 Duke Street. Let's go to the end of this lane, Watson. Hello, you must be Abraham Solomonovich, am I right?
Yes, that's me. But I know you. You brought a lad to my place to take care of a cat, and I loaned you my mask.
That's me. May I present?
Dr. Watson, of course. Delighted. And you, I have known for a few days that you are a detective by the name of Sherlock Holmes. Is that so?
You don't miss a thing, do you? It was the children who gave me away, am I right?
They didn't want to, but I gained their confidence by offering them a small comb and half a cake.
They made a good deal out of it, so I don't blame them. However, I must request, as a personal favor, that you do not reveal my identity.
You have my word. Curiosity is just killing me, as you may have guessed. Would it be breaking an oath to confide in me the nature of the investigation that you are leading?
I don't know, Solomonovich. Church passage. Reminds me of the tunnels in New York. Whatever happened to those?
Does this spot where we are now in Mitre Square mean anything to you?
A demon lives in this city, Mr. Holmes. These unmentionable acts degrade the human race and put the Jewish community in terrible danger.
Lots of rumors are circulating, but they are but rumors. I see you're leaving the Imperial Club. It's a stone's throw away from Mitre Square, and the 2 recent murders were most probably discussed in there. Do you know if anyone from the club saw or heard anything that night?
Yes, Mr. Holmes. That night, 3 members of our club saw a woman talking to a man at the very spot where we are standing, a few minutes before the body was found, at the end of this passage.
Indeed.
Fantastic, Holmes.
Is it?
Calm yourself, Watson. There is nothing at the moment to suggest it was the victim. Can we meet these members?
I am afraid that won't be possible.
Sherlock talks
As
with his
soon
hands
as the
a lot.
police heard the
Kinda like an
evidence of these
Italian.
men, they were sworn to silence.
I understand.
But you are working for the good, and I must tell you what I know. One of the 3 men, my friend Joseph, left that night with 2 other members of the Imperial Club,
Imperial.
Harry and another Joseph. It was around 1:35 a.m., perhaps a bit earlier, when Joseph, not my friend, but the other, the Aldgate butcher, exited. He saw a man and a woman in discussion at this very spot where we are.
These men must have been about 16 feet away from the couple.
That's about right. So Joseph, the butcher, said to the other 2,
We should make our own
while
twin
pointing
tunnel
at the
system.
couple,
You guys already have one in the
"Look,
walls.
I don't like going home alone when I see this kind of people here." My friend Joseph looked at them without noticing anything strange and didn't understand what he meant. They had the look of 2 rather unkempt people, but no more than that.
I don't trust Abraham. Yeah, I don't know. I don't trust him either. I mean, he was helpful earlier, but he's saying way too much.
After the murder, did these 3 men tell the police what they had seen?
Not quite. Harry stated that he hadn't seen the couple. As for Joseph, the butcher, even though he was the one who commented on them and pointed them out, said that he couldn't remember anything except that the man was about 3 inches taller than the woman, who was 5 feet tall, no more. My friend Joseph, on the other hand, did his best to cooperate with the police.
Wait, the height is different from what the police officer said. Police officer said like 11. This guy is saying 5'3". Curious.
And what did your friend Joseph say? What did this man and woman look like?
The man must have been 30 years old, about 5'7", light complexion, and a fair moustache. He wore a loose, dark jacket, a grey cap, and a red scarf around his neck. But he said that he only saw him for a brief instant, and it would be impossible to recognize him.
And the woman?
He only saw her from behind. She had her hand on the man's stomach and seemed to be pushing him. He said that he remembered that she was small, was wearing a black jacket and a black bonnet. After his testimony, the police took him to see the clothing of the deceased, and Joseph said that they looked identical to those of the woman he had seen. Like I already said, he only glanced at the two, as he was headed with the others in the direction of Aldgate.
One final question. The Imperial
My drink
Club
has
is a
gone
Jewish
cold.
club, isn't that correct?
Indeed.
Thank you for your help, Mr. Solomonovich.
Bah, it was nothing. We must at all cost prevent this demon from striking again. And the police seem to have some difficulty in doing that. I wish you the best of luck, Mr. Holmes.
I just want to go back to bed. I like the background noise in this game. It's very atmospheric. I like the cricket chirping. I like the white noise of the air. I could just, you know, catch some Z's. All right. Nope. Nope, we've got murders to solve. We've got murders to solve. Ooh. Can I combine my matches with the lantern?
Take the lantern, Watson.
Hey! Hey! Light the way, Watson. Watson? Watson? EP, I am not EP. I am tired. Exhausted even.
This dark and narrow passage leads to St. James's Place. Well, let's find the spot where Edow's body was discovered. Nothing of interest here.
An aristocrat such as myself would never be EP. Nope, nope. I only tire. Exhaust even. Wait, I saw something.
This is Mitre Street. From...
Okay.
I have no reason to go that way.
He's just standing there, menacingly. Okay, I'll go back this way. Watson, I could kill him in this dark alley.
Nothing
no
of
one would
interest
find me.
here.
Would you ever be worn out as an aristocrat? I suppose I'm an ex-aristocrat, although I worked my way back into the aristocracy in a sense, I suppose. Not by
Nothing of
birthright,
interest here.
but by effort.
I have no reason to go that way.
I feel like we're gonna have to come back here later. Okay. Let's check my map. What am I supposed to do? Okay, let's go this way. Hi ho, hi ho, hi ho. It's murder time. Let's go. Boop, 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 boop. Hi ho, hi ho. Let's kill some hoes.
This dark and narrow path.
We're supposed to go this way,
I have no reason to go that way.
and then we go this way. Looking for something highly specific. Watson, you're not helpful if you're not in front of me.
I have no reason to go that way.
Oh my goodness gracious, Watson.
We are now in the exact spot where poor Eddowes tragically ended her days.
Oh, there we go.
This spot is very dark, Holmes.
That is probably why our murderer chose it.
Interesting. Look at those entrails. Alright. Fascinating.
The main incision goes from the sternum all the way down to the groin. The murderer opened this abdomen as if it were an animal carcass. A
Interesting.
kidney was removed. The uterus was removed.
Murder of Catherine Eddowes. The chalk outline guys were really extra back in the day. Somebody was enjoying their job.
Do these objects spread out by the victim remind us of anything, Watson? Do these objects spread out by the victim? A thimble is located right beside one of the victim's hands, just like Chapman's sachet of pills and Stride's pastels. The main incision goes from the... A kidney was removed. The uterus was removed. The main incision goes from... A kidney was removed. The uterus was removed.
I like how this woman has the American school shooter jacket.
Part of this apron is missing. We will follow up on that shortly. The inside of the thighs is clean. Once again, there were no sexual relations between the victim and her murderer.
Check the face. We're getting there. We're getting there.
These intestines were pulled out altogether to grant access to the abdomen. The head is turned towards the left. The murderer must have been on the right side of his victim. Let's look at her from the front.
Ooh, these are getting grotesque. This is kind of fun. Ooh, got the organs wrapped around her body. Missing a nose. Did you guys nibble the body again?
The nose was cut. The eyelids were cut off. The cheeks were slashed to make them thinner. There is but one wound, Watson. It goes from the left side and descends in a slight oblique towards the right side.
I hate to break it to you, but there's more than one wound.
The cheeks were slashed to make them...
Anything else? We always end up missing stuff here. I feel like, well, there's scrapes all over the face. Like it's...
The eyelids were cut off.
No, I can see
The
that.
cheeks were slashed to make...
No, but there's gashes on the... whatever. Maybe that's enough?
My goodness, Holmes, it was a slaughter.
Understand, Watson, that our killer had neither the time nor the conditions to bother with the niceties. He had no more than 7 or 8 minutes at most to kill the woman, open her up, and all the while in total darkness.
Holmes, it's a woman, a poor victim you're talking about.
Consider all the time this man lost and the risks that he actually took by cutting the victim's face and
Sorry,
the lower
Katya,
abdomen
this one's
in around
mine.
20
Jack
precise
didn't do this
spots,
one.
especially
Sorry
the
for the
lungs
mix-up.
and the liver.
It will
These
happen
attacks,
again.
which I considered gratuitous, are in fact nothing of the sort and have as much sense as the removal of the organs. Watson, we must now consult our timeline. We began in Dutfield's yard, but this time we will try to recreate the actions of certain people, in this case, those of the 2 policemen.
Okay. Yeah, no, free buccal fat removal. She does look like every Hollywood celeb. Michael Jackson fell off. It's hard to cut eyelids off, especially in the dark. All right, let's see. When did he enter the square?
At 1:30 a.m., P.C. Watkins didn't see the corpse while on his rounds. If P.C. Watkins did his rounds properly, and there is no reason to doubt this was the case, as he discovered the corpse a quarter of an hour later, the murder hadn't yet taken place, and there was no one in Mitre Square, unless they were hidden among the shadows. Enter Mitre Square via Mitre Street, Watson, and stop and try to see me with the lantern. I will be where poor Eddow's corpse was.
Ooh, we're doing some LARPing. I'm Sherlock Holmes.
I have no reason to go that way.
I have already lost Sherlock Holmes. My name's Dr. Watson. I'm bad at my job. Where's the body, I hear you say? Wouldn't you like to know, Weather Boy? Look at me. I'm Watson. I get paid to hang out with my good buddy, Sherlock Holmes.
I have no reason to go that way.
Right, I'm lost. Okay. Sherlock? Sherlock, I don't know what I'm doing. What do you want from me? Oh. Just don't give up. I'm working it out. Please don't give... Okay, I gotta pretend I can't see you.
Enter Mitre Square via Mitre Street, Watson, and stop and try to see me with the lantern.
I see you, Holmes.
Perfect, Watson. Let's look at our timeline, Watson.
How familiar are you with the actual history of Jack the Ripper? I'm not totally familiar with it. I'd be interested to learn more. Just don't give in. I won't let you down. You mess me up. Need a second to breathe. Just keep coming around. Hey, what do you want from me? What do you want from me?
1:35 a.m. A man and a woman are arguing at the entrance of Church Passage. The man came from Aldgate.
Yeah. 5 at the end.
1:42 a.m. PC Harvey arrives in Mitre Square.
Yes,
it should
he
be
does.
noted, Watson, that the constable didn't enter Mitre Square. He could not have seen the corpse lying on the ground. But would he have been able to see a man sitting or standing? Go to the Church Passage entrance, then come back and try to see me while holding your lantern. I will stay at the spot where the victim was discovered.
Wait, again? Really? Yeah. It's plain to see. Baby, you're beautiful.
I see you, Holmes.
You had to
Peekaboo!
proceed into the square in order to see me, something Harvey didn't do. It is possible that the killer was still there. 1:42 a.m. PC Harvey arrives at Mitre Square, but does not go in. The murderer may well have still been there.
There's me. Murder hadn't taken yet at 1:30. I'm afraid.
Very good, Watson. Thus we can categorically state that the murder had not yet occurred at 1:30.
I just realized these all have timestamps on them, written on there. I was clicking blindly. Literally, it's written on... It literally says 1:44 a.m. I could...
1:44 a.m. The body is discovered. Let's put the murder of poor Eddowes on the timeline, Watson.
I hate myself. All right, 1:35. Okay, 1:35. You know, this makes things so much easier.
1:35 and 1:42 a.m. The murder would appear to have taken place between these times, that is to say, within 7 minutes.
Agreed, Holmes. But does this really prove that our killer had the time to perpetrate these two murders?
Yes.
Let's look at our timeline, Watson.
Sherlock took 20 minutes to go from Duteville to... Can this just go anywhere?
There, Watson. We are now certain that the murderer really had the time to commit these two murders.
Incredible.
Let's look at our deduction board, Watson.
All right. All right, chat. All right, my dudes. My lovely little toons. We're deducing. We're deucing here, everybody. We're deucing. Deuce with me, my toons. It's okay, boss. The puzzle was the friends we made along the way. Shut up! Murder of Catherine Eddowes. The items were meant for women. The items belong to the victim. Eddowes' murderer is a fetishist. Okay. Eddowes' murderer is a transvestite. Interesting. The murderer is searched. The murderer searched? There's no... I mean, maybe a fetishist? I feel like the right answer is searched, but it's funny, the selection here. Yeah, okay. Thimble is found. Had a thimble in her hand. Liver and lungs wonder. Hi, boss. Hi, Voltkin. Okay. What are our options? Eddowes' murderer hates kidneys. Eddowes' murderer knew anatomy. Eddowes' murderer did not know anatomy. Hates kidneys. God, hate kidneys. New anatomy. Okay, that was 2 pages. Okay, let's see. The wound from the neck goes from the right and slightly oblique and descending, so it goes deeper and down. Fierce and instantaneous was behind the victim. I feel like either of those 2 would work. Okay, central incision, sternum of the right, ambidextrous, right-handed. I mean, all of the other killings have been right-handed, right? So I'm just going to assume that the killer's going to be right-handed. Murder's a bit shorter than the victim. The wound is superficial. The wound is the same kind as Elstrad. Yep. Eddowes died the same way Lestrade did. Eddowes and Elstrade's murder may be one and the same. Okay, but this is semantics. I feel like we already know that it's the same guy behind all of them. Do we really need to prove this? All right. Murder cut open the stomach randomly, like an animal. The items at the victim's feet are very orderly. Likes order. Unfeeling. Objects fell by chance. Unfeeling and orderly.
This spot is making me nauseous. Can we not head back, Holmes?
We certainly can't, Watson. We have one final point to address. Do you remember the piece of white apron that was missing just now? It was found just a few steps away from here, at the entrance of a building. That's where we must go.
It's me. I'm afraid. What do you want from me? What do you want from me?
Let's go.
Let's go! Hey, boss, how you doing this Saturday?
There's the spot, Watson. By night, Goulston Street is deathly silent, which will permit us to carry out a fair few experiments.
Oh boy, more pigheads.
Let's find the entrance where the piece of the victim's apron and the mysterious chalk message were found.
Oh, I've been better. This is more of a low-key stream today. Alright. Just don't give up. I'm working it out. Hopefully this map is smaller than the other one. Please don't give in. I won't let you down. You mess me up.
Nothing of interest here.
Need a second to breathe. Just keep calling around. Hey, what do you want from me? Have you played the Silent Hill games? No, I have not, but I have watched a lot of Let's Plays.
Look at these signs, Watson. We are in the Jewish High Street. Look at these signs, Watson. We are in the Jewish High Street.
Okay.
Look at these signs,
Okay,
Watson.
okay, I get it. We're in the Jewish High Street.
Look at these signs, Watson. We are in the...
Guys, I'm not sure, but I think we're in the...
I have no reason to go that way.
I feel like we're gonna have to go that way.
There's the spot where the apron and the message were found by PC Long. Now, let's recreate the scene. Remember, Watson, it was raining that night. Find me something with which to mimic raindrops hitting this wall while I write something with my chalk.
The Jews are not the men that will be blamed for nothing. But what does it mean?
Have you found something for us to pour water from, Watson?
Find a container and some water. Let me remind you that it's nighttime and the street is deserted, Holmes.
Sherlock, did you just write the graffiti on the wall? Or am I party to anti-Semitic graffiti? Man, what a game. What a game.
I have no reason to go that way.
Do we break into the store? Like, I don't understand your game, Sherlock. Why am I hunting for fluid?
I have no reason to go that way.
Well, why not? For all I know, maybe there's fluid there. Okay, found fluid.
Water.
I need a bucket of sorts. It's not watertight. What about down there? Can I... That's a bottle. Or not. I'm sure it must be like a broken bottle.
I have no reason to go that way.
Oh, come off it, Watson. Love in a bottle, love in a bottle. Don't need love when it comes in a bottle. Strut till you're bluffing, strut till you're bluffing. Double or nothing. Lap it up, la la la. Love is in the ice of the beholder.
That may come in handy. Who knows?
Ah, yes, for my
I have
Sherlock
no
Holmes
reason to
sessions.
go that way.
She never lies or fucks you over. Goes down the same every time. All in or abandoned ship. It's all 100 proof. Love in a bottle, love in a bottle. Hold on, we need to recreate rain sounds, right? Why not soak the rope and then whip Sherlock with it? That'll make it like rain-like noises, right?
Water.
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 Water. Okay, maybe not. Hi, Sable.
I have no reason to go that
Hi,
way.
Lord Melchior. Check your inventory. Yeah, I got rope, a lantern, and matches. I need something. Back in the middle of the street, turn right. There's stalls further on the left and right. Grab the rope. Okay. Grab the round wooden stick. Well, this is some bullshit. Okay. Guys, we need a beating stick. Why? Because this is a stupid puzzle game from the 2000s. That's why. Because, of course, to make a container, we need a stick.
An old wooden pole. A merchant probably threw it out.
Was he from Venice? Okay, I can't combine them. Now go to the stalls across the street, walk past them. I need to find a stick with a hook. Lots of interesting, useless garbage. Okay, we cross the street.
That may come in handy. Who knows?
Find a stall. Wooded window. Oh, there's a watering can up there. Oh, I see what we're supposed to do now. Yeah, there was no way I would have found that out organically.
A watering can. A watering can. That's what I need.
Huh? Deselect the bowl.
A watering can. That's what I...
Hold on. Close the screen. Click with the hand cursor on the watering cannon. Watson reports it's too high. So climb on the table. Go to the chest and stand on it. Go third person so you can see Watson. Click on the chest of the table. There we go. That was very elaborate. All right, let's fill this up with water so that we can tinkle on Sherlock. I love these games. They're so stupid. This has been such a waste of my life. Sherlock!
Have you found something for us to pour water from,
I have.
Watson?
Yes, I have, Holmes.
If this message were written by the killer, then it would have been lying in this entrance for up to 35 minutes before being discovered. Let's find out in what state it must have been.
All right.
This message could not have withstood an entire night in the rain. During the investigations carried out on the night of the double murder, PC Hulse inspected the entrances of this street around 2:20 a.m. and confirmed to have seen nothing out of the ordinary. At 2:55 a.m., 35 minutes later, PC Long found Catherine Edow's piece of apron and the message in chalk. This message would not have withstood a whole night in the rain, as had I continued to water it for a little longer, I would certainly have erased it. It was written, therefore, at the moment when the piece of apron was dumped. This substantiates PC Hulse's statement, which stated he had seen neither of these during his rounds. After its discovery, it was guarded and protected from the rain, which was subsiding, which explains why it was still legible when it was erased at 5:30. My dear Watson, when you met P.C. Smith on his rounds in the street, where was he? On the pavement or in the middle of the road?
In the middle of the road, Holmes, without a shadow of a doubt.
Good. You will go down the street with your lantern as if you were a policeman on patrol, using Smith's position as a guide. As soon as you see the entrance where I used the watering can, tell me if you see anything.
Okay, we're policeman LARPing. Whoa, 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 what's all this done? I'm a policeman.
I have no reason to go that way. Did you guys see that the Campbell's Campbell soup guy
talking about how all of the chicken in the Campbell soup is 3D printed garbage, and he wouldn't eat it personally because it's poison. I've been thinking about that the last day and a half.
I have no reason to go that way. There, Holmes. From here, I can see something written.
Can you read it?
No.
Do you see the white rag, Watson?
I see something on the ground, but I'm not sure if it's what you were talking about.
P.C. Long, who found the piece of apron, was examining the interior of the entrances, and yet nobody would have predicted that this piece of material would be discovered on the very night of the murder by a policeman on patrol.
Hey, what are you saying?
What are you trying to get at, Holmes?
Let's look at this message on the wall, Watson. The Jews are not the men that will be blamed for nothing. In other words, the Jews were possibly blamed for nothing, but that will no longer be the case. Reading this message naturally begs one question. What would that be, Watson?
Did the policeman set him up?
Why?
Indeed, Watson, why? For what reason would one have the right to blame the Jews in the future? Remember, Liz Stride was killed near a club for socialist Jews, Eddowes not far from a synagogue and the Imperial Club, and finally, this piece of apron dropped here. This building is occupied by Jewish families. The killer really did go out of his way to incriminate the Jews living in the area.
It's a bit obvious, Holmes.
Yes, but with the rumors, Watson, the author of this message would have received a response to his strategy.
You are right, Holmes. So perhaps it's a good thing this message was erased.
Whoever took the decision to do this is a man of great wisdom and courage. Let's return to Baker Street, Watson. I have some pipes to smoke to help me think more clearly.
Let's go back to Baker Street. Home, sweet home.
Yeah, I think I need to smoke a pipe too after that one. I've got my herbal aromatics.
I have no reason to go that way.
And you've got your crystal meth. Let's just save. Come, Watson. I need some Nacodite. Love in a bottle, love in a bottle.
I had nightmares all night, Holmes. As for you, I bet you didn't get a wink of sleep, did you? It's this chalk message business, isn't it?
Among other things.
And this lunatic is still running free. If only we knew what he looked like.
But we do know, Watson. We have a fairly accurate description.
I must have
This
missed
is
an
the most
episode
I've
of your
seen Jews
adventures,
mentioned
Holmes.
in any game I have
Not
played or
only
seen.
have I heard you discredit the value of our eyewitnesses,
Don't
but the
interrupt
few
cutscenes.
descriptions we do have don't seem to correspond.
An inaccurate account can regain its value if we can discover why and to what extent the truth must be rewritten. We've learned a great many things tonight, and I'm able to tell you what our man looks like.
Really?
Yes, and we're going to need a few things, Watson. Find me 3 mannequins.
Not
My
again.
worker's costume, my 3 full wigs, one of your worn garments. Yes, that can be used for the workman's outfit, and one of your old suits. Oh, and my deer stalker, the one I never wear, but everyone seems to think I wear day and night.
Do we really have to go on one more fetch quest? Oh, so YouTube is kicking chats from the interesting messages depending on some score. Wet. What are you talking about? I will say that YouTube sometimes deletes my messages on my own channel when I try to type things in chat. Like, quite genuinely. When I try to, before stream starts or when I'm at the starting soon screen, sometimes I like to type messages to you guys, and YouTube won't send them. Like, it'll say that it's sent, but I'll refresh the page, and the message has entirely disappeared, and it never showed up in chat. I'm gonna open up Streamlabs, though, real quick. You will get a game glitch. Streamlabs, because I'm curious to see what messages I've been missing. Strut till you're bluffing, double or nothing. Laugh it up, la 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 la. Is in the ice of the beholder. Gin never lies or fucks you over. Goes down the same every time. Okay, recent events. This is the most I've ever seen Jews mentioned in any game I have played or seen. Well, I feel like this is partially because the company that made this game, even though Frogwares is Ukrainian, I'm like 90% sure that the team behind it is spearheaded by people who are Jewish themselves. As well, this game kind of plays in a pseudo-historical context. And also, they are being framed in a victim kind of way. Like they are being victimized in this scenario, so it is not going to be something that will get this game forcibly removed or made illegal to play. Is there any others that I missed? Oh, hey / poll LOL. No, we're not / polling up in here. All right. All right, let's go collect Sherlock's costumes. Can I? Excuse me. There we go.
We shall place our mannequins here, Watson. So, as for one of the murders, we have no witnesses whatsoever. As for the 3 other, we have at least one person who claims to have seen the victims talking to a man a few minutes before their death. Do you remember whom these would be, Watson?
Apply the height, the age, and the clothing of the mannequins based on your 3 correct witnesses. Height of the murderer, 5'3". And about 40 years old? Or was this the one that was 26? Oh, let's back out of this one for now. Let's just collect the other mannequins first. Just imagine if we could escape this hole. Never have to live in fear of days when angels appear. Last time I saw YouTube shout about my comments is when I talked about the logistics of the you-know-what attempt on the American politician. On Trump. Let's see.
A wig. This will come in handy.
Fun. Yeah, no, that was a bit of a hot button topic, and honestly, not worth the smoke. I try to stay away from divisive topics that I don't know much about, because if I get smoke for a topic I know about, then I can at the very least entertain myself with some proper intelligent banter. But if I catch smoke because I'm talking sideways about something I don't understand, then I just cause myself problems. Flip the script. Yeah, Alkavi. You get me. You get me. Well, how do you learn otherwise? Well, you actually pay attention actively. You listen to what other people are saying. You see what's going on in real time. It's more about... The discussions happen during the information collection stage and after. I, during certain events, just didn't information collect because I was busy with other scenarios. So if I wanted to talk about those things now, I would want to go back and actually see what happened, what went down, what information got deleted, what information was edited, what the current consensus is. Basically, because I wasn't actively participating when it was a hot topic, it would be irresponsible for me to try and reignite a conversation about something without looking into it. But if everyone behaved like you, nobody would talk. You know, maybe we'd be happier. No, if everyone behaved like me, then the conversations that would happen would be a little more cutthroat, I think. But also a lot less like Twitter beefs and more like actual debate clubs. Listen before you speak, lest you say something stupid. I speak from tragic experience. Yeah, basically, that's the mindset I operate under. Most people... Oh, learn to steady, yes. But with no information because nobody's talking. Well, no, again, like I said, it's good to talk when it's an active situation. I did say that. Right? That is part of information gathering, but when it's no longer an active situation, if you weren't participating in that and you don't have that first-hand experience with the topic, it's irresponsible to act like you have it. At that point, that is where you need to do some information gathering before proceeding with instigating that kind of conversation. It would be like meeting with scholars back in Roman days. I don't know. I know that some people don't really like the puzzles or the music. They feel like this game is very boring and dry, very tiresome. But I really like it. I feel like it's very relaxing. I like to think about the puzzles, even if I'm very bad at it. Because when I do figure it out on my own, I feel so smart. And when I don't figure it out on my own, well, that's because this game is stupid, fake, and gay. Just like me. Nah. Okay, left mannequin. Okay, so maybe this one is 5'3"? Let's set them all to 5'3" first, just so we have a baseline, because we know that's the shortest man. On my notes here, one of the ages was 30. One of the ages is 26. One of the ages was 40. Okay. Don't remember the other heights, so I have to check. 6 versus 5'11". So it's kind of games where it's more fun to play it rather than watch someone else play it. Other examples I can think of for me, at least, are the Fallout games. I know nothing of this game. I came to hang out with my favorite QTuber. Aw, you trying to sell me a bridge? Did not expect the conversation to be so entertaining and spicy today. This is probably the least problematic conversation we've ever had playing Sherlock. I'm gonna say this. When information first comes out, it could not be true. No, and that's why it's very interesting to have access to the first breaking news information. Because maybe it's not true, right? But the fact the matter remains that somebody out there thought that it was important to try and make it the truth. So it's always good to keep in the back of the mind what breaking news is and how it evolves over time so that you can compare. what you consider to be the objective truth, what all the facts point to, and then what the push at the beginning was to try and make everyone believe. Sometimes they line up. Once in a while they do, but quite often they don't. And when they don't line up, you can often see very clear intentions. Yes. Always be paranoid, guys. I do like spreading misinformation. Oh no, that's my favorite extreme sport. Alright. Mannequin 3, 2, 1. Okay, pick up the workers' clothes. Okay, I'm gonna look at my cheat sheet. This is not gonna be easy. Workers' clothes? Workers' disguise? Workers' clothes. Okay. Costume. I like how Sherlock has so many outfits. He's quite the cosplayer. Good news, you're not actually paranoid. Bad news, everyone is actually out to get you. Feels like that some days. It really does feel like that some days. But you know what? I can power through it. Because at the end of the night, I can go to sleep happy, content, knowing that my worst enemies will never get a one-up on me. Alright. Blonde wig. There's 2 blonde wigs. Do you wear wigs? Okay. Will you wear wigs? When will you wear wigs? Dark brown. Wedge? What is a dark brown wedge? Is this? Brown cat. Gray cat. It says dark brown wig. I don't have a dark brown wig. Okay, so we're missing some items. Maybe in Holmes's room? Okay, dark brown wig. When will you wear wigs? Maybe that's all we need? Oh, I doubt it. Hello, I'm stuck? Holmes, let me out. Holmes! Holmes, let me out! Alright, let's try it. Make you a ginger. Or a blonde. Alright. Set your height to 5'8". 5'3". 2 of them are 5'3". Okay. I don't know what any of this does, but okay. Age of the murderer, height of the murderer. Pick up the gray cap. Look at the mannequin's head. Blonde wig. Worker's clothes costume. Look at the mannequin. Age to 30. Height to 5'3". Blonde wig, gray cap. Holmes loves it. But Holmes didn't say he loved it! Maybe a different blonde? Maybe a different blonde. I don't know what you want from me! Oh wait, there's a picture. Oh, interesting. There may be a reason as to why this isn't working. These mannequins are black, but this one is white. So this outfit is right. We're missing a hat. This outfit is right. So we're like most of the way there, but I can't figure out for the life of me. Okay, let's try and find the last hat, and then maybe we'll end off for today. I feel like I'm on the breaking edge of figuring this out. I'm on the edge.
There is nothing more to do here.
You're such a priss. Ah, there. Why, my fine gentleman, you have lost your hat. Now, I am an honest man. Oh, I need to find the testimonies. I'm so stupid. Okay, that's why. Okay, so we need dialogue. Document as proof.
Perfect, Watson.
There we go. Okay.
Indeed, Watson, that's the right size for Abraham's mannequin. The account given by Mr. Solomonovich's friend is incorrect in at least one point. The first Joseph said that the man was at least 5 foot 7 inches tall. The second Joseph said he was 3 inches taller than the victim, whom we know was 5 feet tall.
Okay, that's enough. That's enough out of you. Okay, now we need the testimony from the constable. Then...
Excellent. Now, on to the next step.
Then we need the testimony of E. Long. Wherever it is. Notes. Well, this one might be hard. Where'd it go? Testimony of E. Long. Who the f*** is E. Long? Abraham, Catherine, Lestrade, Fletcher's Key, Pig's Heads, Hardyman, Squibby. Corpse Dealer. Where's Squibby? Danny the Great Whirly. Man, if only I could type. Elon! Nope. Try again. Letter found at Tumbletees. No, none of these belong to Elon. If only there was a Control F. What are you talking about? Am I like locked out of something? There's no way. We already used his. Maybe we have to do this. White chipper killer must have been accompanied? No. Must have proceeded the same way. Same man. We're reaching conclusions. Same man. Jack the Ripper is a corpulent man. Is a tall man. Great physical force. There is no organ trafficking in London. Bull. Any Chapman's rings were worthless. Okay. We're just doing some general deductions because I can't find the thing I need. To search keywords? No, I can't. No, it's not ritual. Something the victim stole from him? Money or objects of value. Interesting. Jack the Ripper wants to accuse someone who lives in Golson Street. Jack the Ripper has a score to settle with the Jewish community. There we go. Okay, I think we've almost got all of these deductions down. Okay. Well, that's nice. I mean, it doesn't help, but that's nice. Maybe the timeline? Testimony of E. Long. How the hell am I supposed to get testimony? I give up for today. Trafficking is a myth. It's just Uber. I think documents had Elon. But I'm looking... Okay, if we look at documents... There's K. Edos. Here, I'm looking at the actual, thing. And there should be a note just like these ones that says testimony of E. Lawn. But it doesn't. Yeah, we're kind of locked out of this for now. So I think we're done for today. Especially since I'm not feeling too hot right now.
Let's try to recreate the
I have no reason to go that way.
Okay. Well, hold on. Let's just make sure we didn't leave any documents on tables. Because maybe I'm stupid. Well, I am stupid, but that's beside the point. This is frustrating. Alright. Save. Are they in alphabetical order? I don't know, man. Alright, why don't we look for somebody to raid, huh? And then I'm gonna cuddle up by the fireplace on the couch here. I'm gonna go to sleep. I'm gonna try and sleep off this sickness just a little bit more. It was a very low-key, kind of chill day, but I needed to get a stream in. I have to spend time with you guys. You're gonna forget. And you know, sometimes it's okay to have a low-energy stream where you learn about new Jewish slurs that came about in the Victorian era. And see pig, like, vivisections and heinous murders. You know, it's a calm stream. This might be the closest thing you'll ever get to a Katya Sable ASMR stream. Rest well, my... Okay, okay. Keep talking like that, and we're gonna get banned from the synagogue. Alright, let's raid. Let's raid somebody. Let's see who's live. Looks like Kana is playing a game called Satisfactory. Okay. Chill stream, what can I say? What's the worst that I can say? Things are better if I stayed so long. And good night. Get out of here.